That's me. There's money in there. I like that. Okay, check for kitty cats. My favorite little kitty cat didn't come out. Little Smacky there, as I call him, or her. I don't know what it is. Didn't come out. Shouldn't smack me. Say, hey, pet me. So I hope that little kitty cat's okay. Hope there's none under the car. All right, so I got the wood done. Probably should have split a little bit more, but I think she'll be okay. I mixed it 50-50 hardwood split and brown poplar. What I like to do myself is get the fire going and just throw round blocks on there, because like, if you have a bed of coals, the round block lasts longer and it just keeps the coals going. But to start, yeah, I like the split stuff for starting. But other than that, if it's like that big or smaller, I usually don't split it, unless they got like a really tiny stove. It's just for starting, you need the split stuff, right? So, well, sometimes, like I usually use 2 round blocks with 1 split block, and that's usually just to get going. Then after that, just 1 block at a time, you know, so you don't burn as much, right? But it depends how cold it is. If it's cold, you got to kind of load up the stove, but burn it all. So there. So I'm at $70 for the month so far, until I get paid on Friday. Which Friday should be good. I'm probably going to make budget this month. You know, I was hoping to make about at least 900 this month, but I don't know if I'm going to make that much. It's hard to say. It depends if I got paid with the AdSense or not. It's possible. It's possible. Anything is possible. My goal with the AdSense is to hit a like my average video. Like I can't tell you all the numbers, but because of the ads agreement, I don't know why they don't let you tell the numbers. I'm like, why not? It would encourage people more to, you know, start a YouTube channel if they knew they could make a little bit of money off it. Not guaranteed you'll make money off of it, but my video content it's not amazing, but it's, you know, it's interesting. Like I'm always doing something, you know. People are always wondering what I'm up to. It's kind of like the Truman Show, you know what I mean? Only I'm aware of you guys, which is probably not a good thing, because it makes me more of a attention whore. You know what I mean? Say, hey, these guys will like this. Hey guys, watch this. Watch this. Yeah. Better watch my speed here, because I know he took the grader guy. He did a good job here. He did a pretty good job here. I've known the guy for years. Like, so Mr. Tony doesn't live there anymore. I moved him out to the neighboring town. I moved his son out, and then I moved him. Well, I didn't move him, but I helped him move some stuff the other day. So that worked out pretty good. Wow, that was a big pothole there. That was big. See, they shouldn't have paved this at all, because it's like it's not paved far enough, number one, and it's too expensive and too time consuming to upkeep. You'd be better off with just regular road. Yeah, a little more dust, but you know, it's like at least you have it leveled once, you know, twice a week with the grader. You know what I mean? Where these things, you gotta wait for the guy to come in with the bottles, because technically this is a municipal road. It's a public road, but it's municipal. It's not provincial. So the Department of Highways, and if it was provincial, they'd never fix it. You know what I mean? Any of the off-beaten path kind of roads that are Department of Highways provincially is just completely, you know, unless it's a main highway or a main artery, they don't touch it for years and years and years. So it's better that this is municipal. But see, cottagers are like, oh, well, it keeps the dust down. But to be honest with you, dust versus potholes, you know, like that was a big freaking crater there, and this is all pavement, right? So it's good when it's new, but every spring there's a hole. You know what I mean? Because it gets chewed up by the plow. It gets the frost pushes it up. You know, little truck. Yeah, can't believe that truck. I don't know how he's able to drive that thing in the wintertime, and it's still like it's a 2000 or 99, 98 or 2000, whatever it is. It's like the body on it. Like I looked at it close. Like I mean, there's no rust on it in this climate. I was talking to a guy from BC, when did they come out with the Gen 3s? Was it 2001 or 2002? But anyway, it's in that range anyway. Not an ounce of rust on it. Well, a little bit of rust, but like from BC, right? I said, dude, that's not gonna last long. I said, if you want to keep that thing that thing will be disintegrated within 4 years if you don't oil spray the crap out of it now. He goes, yeah. He goes, that's what everybody said. Like the vehicles around here, they just, because there's so much salt on the road, there's so much precipitation. And you'd say, well, yeah, but BC off the coast, you get precipitation. Yes, but you get a lot of breeze, and they don't use anywhere near as much salt because they got more mild winters, right? They virtually don't get winter in BC, right? It's been like that forever, but you know, when they do get winter, they're like, holy shit, we don't have the budget for it. Yeah, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, the big one there is they don't have to deal with all the salt. And the other thing here is, like, if you're in the city, everybody parks on pavement. So pavement's almost always dry, right? You know, but even if it's not dry, you're up high enough that you can always get the breeze underneath. Where there's grass, you don't get as much breeze. Wow, that was a big bottle. That would have hurt. Again, the best race car drivers in the world all come from Quebec for a reason, man. It's just regular driving here. You know, everybody drives like a madman, and you got to drive like a madman around all these potholes, which makes you good, perfect for Formula 1 open wheel. And plus, everybody's vehicles are rusted out, so you're practically driving open wheel anyway. You know, like you couldn't pick a more perfect sport for a Quebecer than Formula 1, really. Hockey or Formula 1, which do you want? I would like to go see that, but the tickets are like outrageous. But mind you, they have to shut down the city for a few hours, and you know, it takes them like a week to set it up, like the track, right? Imagine that though, you're sitting in your office going, meow, meow. All these Formula 1 cars going by. I'd love to have a Formula 1 car. Like the most I'd ever be able to afford is like a Formula 4 or something like that. You know, those little Peugeots. You get it for about 12 grand. They're open wheel. They max out maybe 120 miles an hour. But it's basically like a baby Formula 1. Maybe slightly smaller, but same, you know, same kind of thing. The other car, the Atlantic car, I could probably, like, if you could buy a Corvette, you could buy an Atlantic car. And if I was going to do something like that, if I was going to spend the money anyway, I would probably get into track racing, because, you know, like buying a sports car, like a really high-powered sports car is fine, but you can't use it on the road legally, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have fun with it, right? And you don't really want to be taking a car like that to a track. Like, who wants to take a Dodge Demon to a track? Maybe a drag strip, sure, but like to a track, and have you know, some guy with his little Honda Civic, you know, going around to smack, you know, like with all kinds of dents in it, and you're like smacking bumper to bumper and door to door as you're going around the corner, scratching up your $250,000 vehicle. You know what I mean? No thanks. Yeah, like you know, or like the IROC, get an old IROC and strip that thing down. The IROC class is pretty cool, because you strip it right down to nothing, right? And you got this big V8, and it's basically, the IROCs are basically the, you know, like NASCAR, you know, oval track stuff, right? Which, you know, it looks, NASCAR is kind of like golfing. Either you enjoy watching it or you don't, right? Now, I don't really watch this stuff from, like, for me, motorcycle racing is my thing. But, you know, like, I'd like to get a track bike. I want to get another road bike first, but I'd like to get a track bike, even if I only did the track